Hello friends, I'm Avinash again. Today we are going to talk how to create a scheduler on the snapshot and then how does it work uh, and what does it mean like when saying like creating a scheduler uh, on the snapshot. So creating a scheduler means like I'm scheduling a task and saying my system that I want to create this snapshot regularly at the interval of daily or hourly or weekly. I can mention some time, take a backup of it, take a snapshot of it. In my last video, I gave you like a brief idea about like what does it mean and how the snapshots are taken sequentially. So once the scheduler is created on the snapshot, what the scheduler will do, it will constantly go at that defined time, take a snapshot of the disk and create a copy of the um, new snapshot file in a sequential way. So whatever the changes have been done, it will be recorded in the next snapshot, and it will go till we stop the scheduler to do its task. We can also define few parameters which will more explore and explain in when we in the console. So let's go back to the console where we already have few disks created. And we have few snapshot created. So what do we do now? We have to create a one scheduler. So create a snapshot schedule. I can have one schedule, I can have two or three, and I can attach it to the disk based on my requirements. For example, disk one, I want to schedule, I want to take a snapshot every hour, and I create one scheduler and attach it to disk one. For disk two, I want like a snapshot only because I'm expecting on your week, your data is not imported, whatever the reason is. So I can create multiple schedulers. I create the schedule one, I create it in the same region. We don't want to, because all our disks are regional, so I will keep the same. So as you can see, it's daily, hourly, week. So let's keep it daily. What time daily you want to run? Between 11 and 12. So this is the last bit I was saying I'm gonna show you in the GPU console. Like, although we are taking the backup, but after certain days, we don't need like the old snapshots. So you can basically define the number of days or number of copies of snapshot you want to, like after 90 copies, the first copy, after as soon as it creates 91, the first copy will be deleted. So you will always have like 90 copies, like last 90 copies. So the first one, first out, kind of like a FIFO. So, but the deletion rule is also sort of like optional here, whether we want to do the auto delete. This will be only enabled like once I keep this. So I want to delete them or I want to keep them, keep the copy of it. So this is again like based on my selection here. For now, I can just do any options for the demo. But if you want to read more, learn more, you can click on learn more and read more about it. So deletion rule, So you have to delete them manually. So, but you can also attach it to the disk, like if disk is deleted, all the snapshots should be deleted as well. But it's all based on your requirement, like whether you want to keep them for another machine or something, then you can keep the snapshot copies, or you want to keep them with your, as soon as the particular disk is deleted. So yeah, you can think of scenarios like, or based on the real time, like a situation may arise whether I just don't want the disk, but I want the like copy of the disk so that I can create another disk in the same data on the machine. For example, my machine got corrupted somehow, um, but the data disk, which was mapped to my machine, has got all my project work and everything. So although my corrupted machine, I want to delete it, but at the same time, if I have got the snapshot of my data disk, then what I can do, I can just create the new machine and then attach, create a new disk using the snapshot. So I will not lose my project work. So that's one of the use where I can, I will still need the snapshot even though I delete my original disk. Okay, so let's create the scheduler. So we have a snapshot schedule here between 11 and 12. And now if I go and add it, uh, the scheduler will be attached onto the machine, not on the snapshot itself, because wherever the disk 2 is. So let me go to the disk and disk 2. Edit it, and here I will can say like what scheduler if we want to attach it, and then I can save it. So the similar way I can do it the same for the other disks as well. So the snapshot was created for the disk too. So, but let's see if I can attach the same scheduler to the other disk. Yeah, so scheduler is like a generic event. I can go ahead and attach that particular schedule to any disk because it's just saying like what time it should start and what time it should finish. It's not bind any entity saying like it's only applicable to disk 2 or anything, but it's only bind to the region. Yeah, that's the most important thing to remember. Is bind to the region, but not bind to any entity like disk 2 or disk 3. I can use the same scheduler if it apply to that particular scenario to the same disk the snapshot was created. Uh, Sorry, I have to take my words because a scheduler is a separate entity and it can be, we can bind it to any disk. So it's not something we are creating attached to a disk or any entity. So it's just a separate entity. We create a scheduler and attach to wherever it is can be used. So here also we can save it. This is all for scheduler. So as you can see in the diagram, once the scheduler is attached to the disk, it will start taking the copy sequential snapshot of the data disk. So the first one, second one, third one, and it will go on till based on the option we have selected, whether we are deleting the old one. If we are limiting it to 3, then whenever the fourth one, and we have option to delete the first, delete the copy, then the first one will be deleted, and it will keep the last 3 copies. So that's all for the scheduler, friends. Hope you liked this session today. And if you have any queries, please feel free to contact me. My email is avinash@gmx.co.uk.